This is the start of the process where they're mixing all the ingredients, the potato flakes. Yeah.
The product is coming then via this pipe to the silo tank, and then we have the dosing screw, and it's put also in this whole small silo tank and then dosed to the diosmas.
So on the ground are the diosnas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we had the diosmas. So there are 3 buckets. We start with dosing the powder mix, and then there comes the water mix, and the water mix was with the acid. And then we had the diosmas make then the dough from water and powder, and dough it, and then it was again on the top, and was dosed to this dosing equipment. So there was a big block of dough, and this machine was then put it a little bit out of from a big ball to smaller balls, and then this machine makes the portions. Then it falls on this conveyor belt. On this conveyor belt. To this conveyor belt. This conveyor belt can run to the different lines, and then we have some level sensors that, for example, one rayon is empty and they ask for more product. And then it comes here on this line, and then the product, also the conveyor belt can drive in this direction and in this direction to fill the rayon lines automatically.
So this line stopped in 2023.
Yeah.
Completely preserved, ready to be restarted. And it was producing, as you said, 1 week producing for 5 days, 24 hours, then 1 week stop.
Yeah.
1 week producing. So let's say the capacity, it was half of the year.
Yeah.
And we calculated that it's 1.2 tons per hour.
Per hour, yeah. 1,000 dumplings per minute, and one dumpling is roughly 20
grams. Okay, let's go down then.
So now, 5 rayons. Every rayon looks like that. The product comes from this belt into this small buffer. We have here also a bigger buffer tank. This is also available. So now de-installed, but it's available.
Okay.
And then you have the rayon machine itself. So they make, the product comes here, and then you have here a screw inside of that. And then you are driving to the dosing or to the dumpling equipment itself. Here was a line of the product, and here these are the matrize. So this is the cutting point where you are say, okay, the balls are.
And that was the part actually needed to make.
Correct, because it's last-lasted, so you have to maintain the closing. Yeah, you see here also now.
Yes.
You have a look. It's not really, there's some broken areas. But
2006.
Parts are always made.
And we have 5 units of the rayons. 5.
So we have 5 of this.
yeah, here you see These are 2 lines in one machine, 2 lines, and 100 strokes per minute, 2 times, so 200 balls per minute per machine.
Per machine. 5 machines, 1,000.
Yeah. So after that, all dumplings are collected on this big conveyor belt. So there were from the water was a warm water mix with the acid, etc. This was then driving to this coating line.
This is, sorry, what?
Coating.
Coating line.
It's a drum coater. So
Drum coater.
there was filled with rice flour. Rice flour is part of the recipe, or was part of the recipe. It goes to the coating drum with the rice flour that the balls are not stick together.
Okay.
This was the first step. Second step was then to bring it over to the nitrogen freezer. So this freezer was filled with liquid nitrogen to freeze the surface of the dumpling.
Okay.
To prevent the sticking.
To prevent the sticking.
Because otherwise they were sticky and soft, and then you cannot dose it via multi-way. So then only the surface, it was roughly 1 millimeter of the surface was then freezed. It's
This is also a unit from 2006.
yeah.
Okay. That's the.
It's not really good anymore. Yeah, we find it out, but yeah, you see nothing. We can find it also.
Okay. And after the freezing?
The freeze balls were lifted up to this small house, and this house is a multi-headware.
Multi-headwear, okay.
Yeah. So there we can go now.
Okay.
The dumplings are coming freezed, going on a metal check.
Yes.
Going to the multi-headware and dosed to the standard pouch machine.
Oh, that's the CCP point, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the
Metal check. Yeah.
the metal check.
Also, yeah, metal check.
Opera. Okay. Thank you.
You can put the light off.
That should be fine.
Yeah, then we have the filling machine itself with nitrogen dosing. Yeah, from ADG. When the product comes out, so the standard pouches are coming then out and drive. The single pouch drives then to the pasture.
To the pasture, okay. So at the end, you are producing a final product which is for ambient shells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then products are running, so the empty pouches, filled pouches are driving then to the pasteurization step.
This is the pasteurization step.
This is the pasteurization, yeah, the pasteur.
Okay.
The pasteur itself, the dimensions. The dimensions you see here, so the complete line. Products, the pouches are going to a big tray, and the big tray there are a lot of trays in this machine, and then they are drive in different steps to the machine. And there was a hot water pasteurization, so there was a raining of hot water over the pouches, and then you had during the time you have the pasteurization step.
How long did it take to pasteurize the process? Or start to finish? How long did it take?
This was 150 minutes,
Including the cooling.
including the cooling.
150 minutes from A to Z, from start to beginning, including the cooling. Okay.
So the product was coming then here out. So the pasteurized product comes here out, drive to the cooler, and there was also an air to make it dry. Products dry. There was an air condition, and then you see the next conveyor belt. This is this one. This was coming out from the cooler, and this one goes then to the end of line to the tray and hood packer.
Okay. Let me just check quickly the cooler.
Yeah.
Shall we go from that stage?
Yeah.
Has to do individually. Takes time.
Yeah.
So now we are going to the finishing of the process.
Yeah. Product comes here. Goes then to a checkware. And the checkware to the tray and wood packer. So and then since 2019 we only had a manual packaging, and since 2019 we had the robot palletization, but this is at the moment out of scope. So
Okay.
It's not part of the
scope.
scope.
Okay.
But this is something we must discuss. So we
No problem.
Yeah. But at the end, it was the manual packaging, so the trays are coming out and then they were packed manually.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Then what is missing at the moment, the acid dosing. So we make, we have the premix, the powder mix, and the water. Starting was outside. Here we had here we had the sea container with the acid. We had ABC containers with chloride acid. Acid tank. So here's
Acid tank.
30%. So on the top there were IBC container. The IBC container was emptied in this container.
Okay.
From this one we are dosed it to the production line.
To the production
So
line.
here we had 30% of chloride acid, and make in the very aggressive, to be honest. And then we make in the production area we make. We downgraded from 30%. I don't know exactly to X% of acid.
These are the pipelines leading to these tanks.
Oh, and then here we make the water solution with acid to make a low pH value that we can guarantee at the end of the day that the product itself was roughly 5.4, the pH value of 5.4 of the dough. The wet dough.
So you use these for irrigation.
So here's the acid application, water with acid, and on the right side you see the palm pine fat dosing, because in the dough there was a powder mix, water mix, and also some oil. And then in our part it was palm oil. And this was
palm oil.
Yeah. This was both also in the Diosna line at the end. So
Okay.
these three ingredients: powder, palm oil, and water. So then, this was a continuous process for the potato dumpling. When we produced bread dumpling, everything was also needed, but we had not a mix from the mixing department. We got our bread crumbs in big bags, and this we had here on this big bag empty station. There was also a pipe to the Diosnas
For the bread.
for the bread, for the bread for free. And then, last but not least, when we make the filled product, for the filling, you need the second dosing in the rayon line. So this was for the main part, and this tank was for the filled.
For the filling, okay.
And the filling, it was done on the small Diosnas. So here we prepared by manually the dough for the filling, and then we also filled it by hand. So this was not
Okay.
automated. Based by that, we need when we produce the filled one, we need one additional operators.
Operator. And how many operators were in total here?
5 in normal production and 4
For filling.
for the filling. We
Pasteur on
also
the
have-
bottom,
yeah,
okay.
we have also on the top is the older pasteur. So you can also have a look on it.
Yes,
because
please.
This is also part when we
Yes.
sell it, then also this one should be out. This pasteur was not running. So this was running.
Okay.
2023. The other
Till two.
one. There I have to check when production finished there. I don't know
Okay.
exactly now. You also can see the other trays in the pasteur itself. And all trays are filled automatically with the pouch. And the pouches or the trays with the pouches in are running then to the complete process.
Okay.
Yeah. Here was also the for cooling down the water. This was the machine for that. Yeah, this is also part of
The aqua chill. So as from here we can see there are two pasteurization units, one here and one on the second. This one you were using till the last day of production, and this one you're not certain when it stopped, but it stopped previously.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else we need to see? Anything else we need to see?
Yeah, one the heat exchangers. Yeah.
This is the control room.
Yeah, this is not. Also, yeah, just take it.